Dear students, good morning. Let's continue our prose. Before that, we have completed how African jets, troop carriers, they came there to show their loyalty and valor, and that was a very charming, beautiful, and thrilling experience for all the people who assembled there. After that, he says, the day was very symbolized for me by the playing of our two national anthems and the vision of the white singing Nakosi Sikilela Africa and blacks singing Die Stem, the old anthem of Republic. Here Nelson Mandela wants to say the day was quite important for me. The day was I cannot forget that day. That was important part of my life, he said. On the day of my inauguration ceremony, on that day, two national anthems were being played and one for the vision of white people, and they were singing Nakosi Sikilal I Africa, while the another group of black people of South Africa, they were singing another national anthem that has some lyrics like this, Die Stem and so on. And it was the old anthem of this country, of the Republic country. He says, although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem they once despised, they would soon know the words by heart. He says, I'm sure the day will come in the history, in the future of South Africa, when I can experience the unity, when I can feel the unity or unite of my nation, when all the black people and white people they will learn the lyrics of their national each other's national anthem. Students, if it we would see, it is quite difficult to get convinced that in a same country how is it possible that the people are singing different national anthem. But whatever that was going on in their country, let it be. But still he was saying, I'm not going to abolish anything, I'm not here to snatch anything from the white whatever they did with us, but I just want to patch up all the differences between them. And doesn't matter what national anthem they are singing, but I want their love, their bonding, their brotherhood, their unity in my country. And I hope that they would come when they would learn the lyrics of each other's national anthem one day. Despise, students, despise means if you do not like something, if you do not uh, prefer something, that is despise. It means meaning is also visible on your screen. If you have a very low opinion about something, it means despise or aversion is also known as for this. On the next paragraph he says, on the day of the inauguration, I was overwhelmed with the sense of history. He said, it is the day, today is the day of my inauguration, and I'm feeling very touched. I'm getting very emotional whenever I recall the past days when I went back into my past days. I got emotional. The days were not so comfortable. Those were the hard days. How can I forget them? In the first decade of the 20th century, I have already told you decade is a collection of 10 years and century means 100 years. It means 20th century is going on, and he says this is the first section of this century. It means first 10 half time period is going on right now, and a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War and before my own birth, the white-skinned peoples of South Africa patched up their differences and erected a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned people of their own land. He was very painful when he recalled his history. He says, before my birth, Anglo-Boer War took place, and it causes lots of massacre, bloodshed was there, and what we did not face, the great loss we faced in that war. Not only it did not limit it till to the bloodshed, but it also created differences among the mind of the people, and they erected a system of racial domination in their same country against the dark skinned people. He says it was the time period, it was the reason that become the root cause of all this discrimination in our country, and I cannot forget that. It is very hurting to me, it is very painful to me, and it was a very painful experience. How is it possible that in a same country one brother is segregating other one just because of his color? It is very painful for him. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the harshest, most inhumane societies the world has ever known. He says after this war, this social evil erected in the society, and it lays a foundation of that society, that harshest society, that roughest society, that most inhumane, that has no qualities of good human being. There was no sympathy, there was no love, there was no kindness, there was no miseries, there was no bondage, there was no feeling of brotherhood, responsibilities, sensitivity, nothing was there. This kind of society was erected in the society, and this was the harshest society the world has ever experienced. And he says now in the last decade of the 20th century, now the last 10 years, the last section of 10 years is going on of this 20th century, and now I am a man of 80s. I am also in my 8th decade as a man, and that system had been overturned forever and replaced by one that recognized the rights and freedoms of all peoples regardless of the color of their skin. He says, now I am the man of 80s, and now the racial domination system had been totally uprooted, had been totally overturned forever. And now that harshest system, that social evil, has been replaced by that system where all the people, whether they are black or white, hair color doesn't matter, and they will all can enjoy their basic rights and freedom. They will not be bounded to do anything. So dear students, this is what we are going to read today. We have read today. We will complete the next thing by tomorrow, but mind the words I stressed over them. Please note them down in your fair notebook with their meanings, or if it is possible, you may also write some synonyms or antonyms as well. It would help to improve your vocabulary as well. Till we will meet in our next class. Till then, thank you.